Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. They're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pence less. From the kickoff to the final whistles blow, we'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With the laugh and the cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll wave the road, from sideline jokes to post-match tales. All big goofs and big fails. We're not so serious, and that's
Oh, he's copped the head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
It's all about the laughs.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports.
Yes, indeed. Wastewater Sports, welcome back.
Long and join us.
Friday night footy continues as the Rabbitohs set to take on the Broncos. Genitalia, ahoy mate. Immortal Wolf, ahoy. Odd Poppets, ahoy. And Ford, ahoy, welcome back. James Valavu, ahoy there, mate. Welcome along. The second of a Friday night doubleheader. What a game we just saw between the Titans and the Knights. Honestly, somewhat unexpected. Although I did say at the top of the stream, these clashes between the also-rans, sometimes they can throw up a pleasant surprise or two. That one certainly threw up a pleasant surprise. What a game it was, going down to the wire. The Titans getting the job done. And boy, oh boy, how close must that have been to offside? AJ Brimson must have been millimeters onside. Jonah Tawati says that game was atrocious. Oh, hard man to please. Hard man to please. As I said, the quality of the teams at various points throughout the course of that match were obviously dismal. But what a game it was. I mean, sometimes the best games are the ones where both teams suck. And that might be what we just saw. Possibly what we just saw happen there in that one. But it was an enjoyable match. I enjoyed it. So, welcome along. No corn on the cobo in my same game multi. No. I've gone with Jesse Arthurs, the Big D, Isaiah Tass, and the returning Latrell Mitchell. They need a big game out of Latrell. Honestly, I keep putting him in my multi, and he keeps on sucking, but honestly, he's due. If Wayne Bennett can't get him up for a game against the Broncos, well then, I'm sorry, but I just have no hope. No hope left for Latrell. And I've got a sneaky little suspicion, ahoy there, Michelle. I've got a sneaky little suspicion that with the return of Jamie Humphries, forget about Latrell for a moment. Jamie Humphries coming back, Souths have a halfback. You know how hard it is for any team to win without a halfback. Think about the Broncos without Reynolds. Think about the Panthers without Cleary. Think about the Storm without Jerome Hughes. Think about any team without their halfback. Jamie Humphries returns. Souths will have a lot more direction and a lot more ability to gain field position with the return of Jamie Humphries. I still reckon Souths 1 to 12, not Souths 1 to 12, sorry, Souths to cover the 10.5 line is easy money, in my opinion. But we'll see. Odd Popper, ahoy, mate. Quentin Paul, ahoy. Channel members out the wazoo. I love it. As the Rabbitohs, the home team, out onto the field. And let's not forget Wayne Bennett, the master coach. He will have a little something special in store for his former club. Game ML, ahoy. Always nice to see a chat room full of channel members. Odd Poppet says, I don't want to say it, but I reckon Broncos win by a few points. Well, then don't say it. By a few, do you mean like 3 or 4? I would agree with that. Bruce, ahoy there. Bruce says, go Bunnies. And we're about to get underway. I am locked in on the Broncos, but do not at all be surprised if Wayne Bennett has a plan here and the Rabbitohs pull off an upset. We're underway. Kickoff here. And it is the Rabbitohs with first use of it. Kalaumatangi charges into... What is this hideous jersey that the Broncos are wearing, by the way? As the Rabbitohs take it outside their 20. A good start to the game. Matty Colkin, ahoy, mate. What do I think about the IPL being postponed? What's this about? What news have I missed out on? The IPL postponed. Fifth and last for the Rabbitohs on halfway. Humphries puts it high. Cobbo runs forward and spills it. Corn on the Cobbo with the first mistake of the game.
Gosh.
Still did a better job of it than Reece Walsh would have. Let's be sure to throw that out there. IPL and Pakistan League postponed. Look it up on your phone. Okay, I will look that up at halftime. I talked him up too much. I haven't said anything about him so far tonight. Didn't even put him in my multi. Scrum down. Here's Latrell with his first run. And Ben Hunt trips him up. Literally trips him up. Grabs the legs. Jai Arrow wearing the number 8 tonight. That's going to get confusing. Inside the 10 they go. Kalaumatangi on the crash ball. Just a couple of meters out. A 6 again now for the Rabbitohs. And they've lost it on play 1. Tallis, Duncan. They just got a set restart. Dropping the ball on tackle 1 is unforgivable. Unfortunately, as a coach, you only get so many replacements per game. Because I tell you what, if you had unlimited replacements and I was a coach, he'd be straight off the field. Tony Jovzeski says India and Pakistan are at war. There you go. Well, there's not really anything new about that, is there? Mookie, ahoy, mate. Stags due for a try. As the Broncos now, with that let off early, look to get themselves down the other end of the field. Hetherington carries outside the 40, but still inside their own half. And Payne in the Haas. Up he goes to halfway. That's the fifth and last. Big kick here from Reynolds. Lots of height on it. But casually drifting back there is Latrell Mitchell. And it's an easy take for him at the back. Bentley Harpe brings it outside the 20. It's been a solid start here for the Rabbitohs, despite that mistake, that dropped ball. Wayne Bennett will have a plan, rest assured. 4 minutes gone, no score. And it's the Bunnies now up over halfway. Jai Arrow with a good run. He wants his name to be remembered for Origin duty. Fifth and last. Humphreys puts it high. Cobbo's under it. Cobbo takes it. And very flat-footed to start up, but he winds up and gets outside the 20. The Red Knight, 47. Ahoy, mate. Everyone hoping for Latrell to try. If Latrell, like I said at the top of the stream, if Latrell can't get himself up for a game against the Broncos, Rabbitohs, like savage outsiders. I've got the Rabbitohs covering the line. I really do. Rabbitohs covering the line. As this is a loose pass out the back, Cobbo picks it up. From inside the 40, Reynolds keeps it low and flat down the middle of the field. And it sits up at the back for Latrell to charge onto it and brings it outside the 20. A good kick return. Penalty now to the Rabbitohs. Payne Haas slow to get up. And a nice little piggyback here for the Rabbitohs. And the Broncos, is it just me or are they looking a little flat? Early days, but looking a little bit flat here. Have they once again suffered the Panthers' curse? The tap and go. Tallis Duncan holds on to the ball this time. And the Rabbitohs start this set on halfway. Wolfie's asking, do I have Moses and Cleary or Moses and Luai? Presumably talking about Origin. I've got Cleary and Luai because Moses is not a 6. Anyone who thinks Moses is a 6 is mental. I'm sorry. I probably just offended quite a few people. But no, it's if Cleary's fit, and we've still got a few weeks to go as the Rabbitohs offload here. Jai Arrow collects the loose ball in midfield. If Nathan Cleary's fit, he's the first name on the paper. Havili inside to Latrell. The offloads keep coming here for the Rabbitohs. Humphreys in midfield. Tackle 4. They break away now. Kalau Matangi in midfield. And the Broncos very flat-footed. What's going on here? Fifth and last. Standing out on the right. Sullivan puts the kick in. It bounces and deflects and sits up for the Broncos. And they return the ball outside the 30. And they get the penalty. Hashtag penalty Broncos. And they really do look flat tonight, the Bronx. I mean, is it just me, or do they seem like they haven't actually arrived yet? Broncos, it's like they're still in the sheds. Very early days, though, as I said, only 7 minutes gone in this one. Plenty of time to get themselves warmed up and into the game, but geez, I don't think I've ever seen the Broncos start a game this year, at least, this flat-footed. Seven and a half gone. Broncos now, their first attacking chance. 30 meters out from the try line. Racing through this set. Hetherington sends it on there to Piakora. Tackle 4, they're inside the red zone. Piakora down the short side for Hunt. Puts the grubber kick in. And it's collected by Latrell, who plants it down. A goal line dropout, but well-placed kick by Benjamin Hunt. Brax, ahoy Brax. How did the Knights sell that? Oh boy. A game of two halves. Two very, very different halves of footy. And yes, still, I think we're all still struggling to understand exactly how Newcastle lost that game. So badly anyway. As this goal line restart bounces into touch. Doesn't find the 10 meters. And that will be Broncos ball. Hunt at first receiver onto Hetherington, who slips. That's tackle 1, 10 out. Paddy Carrigan now to Reynolds. Hands it off on the inside for Ricky. Ricky's picked up. Taken a ground just to the right of the post here. 10 out. They go left for Carrigan. Short pass to Hetherington. A metre short. 6 again for the Broncos. Walters intercepted, but they're all offside. They're all offside. Adam Reynolds wants 10 in the bin. And Jamie Humphries there, a mile offside. And 2 points would be a great result for the Rabbitohs. I should imagine the Broncos keep the pressure on here. They do. They tap and go. And Piakora on the crash ball. Nearly goes over. They're a couple of meters out. Payne Haas used as a decoy. Carrigan's got it out the back. A loose pass. Bounces kindly for Staggs. Gets it on to the Big D. And the Big D is shadowed into touch. Great defense from the Rabbitohs. Really, quite frankly, poor attack by the Broncos. Well defended, although the Big D still, from that poor start, Big D still nearly got on the outside. Young Masonry. Young Masonry says number 1 Broncos first. Caught on the Cobbo. First try scorer. Well, 10 minutes gone. No score here in this one. Rabbitohs with the ball, and, well, we've got a long way to go, but I did say the Bunnies will be up for this one. A couple of key players back in, and the Broncos won't have it all their own way. Rabbitohs to cover the line. Long time left in this, though. We'll see how it goes. Humphries with the kick. Cobbo's under it, takes it well, looks up. There's a wall of Rabbitohs there, but he fends away from one. And he is still inside his own 20 there. Corn on the cob. Joey Joko says Staggs could cross over first. As Shibasaki takes the hit up. 11.5 gone, no score. That's play 3 for the Broncos. Payne in the Haas. Well tackled there around the legs by Hubner. Carrigan is very slow from dummy half there, Billy Walters. Offloads infield for Cobbo. Cobbo has got support from Hetherington. Hetherington has Walters on the outside, and Walters well wrapped up. Tass with the tackle, 5th and last. But they've got them skinned here, out to the right. Reynolds goes on a run, and he's caught with the ball. The no-look pass out the back for Staggs. Grubber kick in behind. It's 6 again here for the Broncos, is it? No. 5th and last still. Handover. Scrambling well there, the Rabbitohs. The Broncos are looking to challenge, and they do. Broncos with the captain's challenge here. Thought they had a 6 again. "12 minutes gone, still no score. The Broncos have probably had the best of the chances, you would say. Not played at, says the bunker. Not played at. The ball spills back. Humphries. Ooh, does it brush his arm? Might have been a small touch here from Humphreys. Gets the wrist, it looks like. There's no touch from Humphreys. It's going to be Rabbitohs' ball. And the Broncos have lost their captain's challenge. Well, this is massive. The Broncos, 12 and a half minutes into the game, they've lost their captain's challenge. A slow set of 6, this one, though, for the Rabbitohs. Still inside their own 30. Allow Matangi can't do anything about it either. 5th and last. Back it goes for the clearing kick. Sullivan thumps it upfield. Cobbo takes it on the full. Corn on the Cobbo. Returns it to the 40. Broncos ball. Easily winning the territorial battle at the moment, the Broncos. Down the short side for Shibasaki. That's play 2 on halfway. Here's Arthurs. Arthurs takes the line on. Defunk. Ahoy, mates. Defunk says Queensland all day. Now Cobbo gets on the outside. Big D's in a little bit of space. Mariner steps back in field, but he's wrapped up. Tackle 4, 20 metres out. Reynolds heads across field, shows it inside to Carrigan, goes out for Hunt. Hunt onto Shibasaki, who steps back in field and is wrapped up 20 metres out from the line here on the 5th and last, the Broncos. Hunt to take the kick. It's a high contestable ball. It's going to land 10 out. Staggs takes it, gives it to Mariner. Mariner back inside, and Ricky bounces over the line to score. Jordan Ricky with the first try, and the Broncos are on the board. Jordan Ricky, well, there you go. Second rowers. Bloody second rowers. How many second rowers are we getting scoring tries? And they've come up with the first one here as well. TKD, you need Jesse Arthurs for grocery money. I'll take Jesse Arthurs just for a leg in my same game multi. All right, I'm starting to think that maybe in season 2025, a nice little method, a nice little plan would be to throw down on some second rowers in the first try scorer market. Trouble is, every time I put them in my multis, they don't score. Hudson Young, for example. Nickera for the Sharks, for example. Angus Crichton, for example. Whenever I put a second rower in my multi, they don't score. Wouldn't you know? Beautiful work from Jordan Ricky, though, by the way, because he resisted the urge. If he made any sort of forward movement with his arm there, as Reynolds converts from out wide, it's 6 points to 0, the Broncos. If Ricky made any sort of forward motion with his arm, it would have been a double movement. He did extremely well there to just hold the ball and bounce over the line. So great work there from Jordan Ricky, resisting all the natural urges that I'm sure he would have had to reach out and try and plant that one over the line and give away a double movement. 6-0, the Broncos lead, but the Rabbitohs putting up a fight. And like I said, a long way to go in this one, but the Rabbitohs, I think they were a little bit, what's the word? it was an insult to the Rabbitohs. The bookmakers had them at such severe outsiders. A savage line as well, 10.5. The Rabbitohs surely cover the 10.5 line. They may not win, but they surely finish within 10.5 points. A very disrespectful line and odds given to the Rabbitohs this week. As the Broncos on the back of points. Here's Payne in the Haas, just short of halfway. The Broncos still looking a little flat-footed. Reynolds now keeps it low and flat. And this will sit up in the end goal, will it? No, it will go dead. And it's a 7-tackle set now for the Bunnies. They tap and go. Bentley Harpe. 17 minutes gone. 6-0. Can they hit back here, the Rabbitohs? They got themselves off to a solid start. They ended up leaking the first points. Can they close it up here? Keep themselves in the contest. We've seen what can happen if you just keep yourself in the contest. Well, they've lost the ball on halfway. They've lost the ball on halfway. And, oh dear, well, it might now go to hell in a handbasket fairly rapidly. Let's be honest about that. This could go downhill very, very rapidly. And here come the Broncos back on the attack. Leilani Chadwick says, let's go Broncos. And straight up the middle goes the number 16, Piakura. Has the ball ripped away from Latrell. Oh, that's a clutch moment there from Latrell Mitchell. The big players step up at the big times. And Latrell Mitchell there coming through big time. And they get a penalty now on the back of it. Huge. That is a massive moment. Latrell Mitchell standing up. Try scorer was Jordan Ricky. Broncos up 6-0. Blair 420, you just got a date of TikTok. Let's go. Halftime break did it. Very nice. As Kalamatangi now carries it up the middle for the Rabbitohs. Tackle 2, 30 meters out. Can they hit back? Down the short side, Kepi. Can't get the ball free. 20 meters out, 6 again for the Rabbitohs. They head to the right. Sullivan to Latrell. Dummies. And Latrell's wrapped up 20 meters out from the line. That's tackle 1, though, after that set restart. Here's Hubner. Trapped by 3 Broncos. 10 meters out. Play 2. They go left. Through the hands. Humphreys out the back, and it's loose. Dived on by Campbell Graham. Still there for the Rabbitohs. Gina Ferracini. Ahoy. Might order me some pasta after this game. Then again, I've already eaten a lot today. I probably should take some time off. 6 more tackles late in the count. Oh, the Rabbitohs, they have to score, surely. A full set of 6. 10 meters out from the line, right in midfield. Havili to Kepi. Kepi is picked up and hammered by Hetherington. He's going to stay down and grab the back of his neck. No, he's up and plays it. And the Rabbitohs send it right. Humphreys to Latrell. Cut out pass. Hits Bentley Harpe. 10 meters out. On tackle 3. Latrell at first receiver. On to Humphreys. Here's Kalamatangi now. Just to the right of the post. Inside the 10. 2 tackles left. Havili goes quickly. Latrell with the cutout ball for Bentley Harpe. Gets on the inside. Flick pass out the back to nobody. But the Rabbitohs secure the loose ball. They've lost about 15 meters, though. 5th and last. They're 20 out. Scrambling well there, the Broncos. Humphreys has it in midfield. Puts it high into the corner. It's going to land about 10 out, and it's been claimed by the Big D. Dane Mariner. And a penalty now for the Broncos. Flopping over on top. That was really poor there from the Rabbitohs, it must be said. Really poor. They had an opportunity there. A couple of set repeats. Or set restarts, sorry. A couple of set restarts. They really let themselves down. Broncos back in possession. State of Origin, not that far away. It's still too early to be talking about State of Origin teams. Let's be honest. Anything can happen. Injuries, suspensions. We don't talk about Origin teams until the week of the team announcement. I mean, I understand that it's fun to discuss. It's fun to fantasy book. But there's really no point until the week of the team announcements. Fifth and last now for the Broncos. Reynolds puts it high. A little too heavy. It's been dropped by the Rabbitohs. And this will be a penalty to the Broncos, will it? Accidental offside, perhaps. No, it's a clean penalty. Reynolds got that pinpoint accurate. It looked for all money like it was going to go too heavy and be a 7-tackle set. But Fletcher Myers, leaping from the field of play, spills it forward. Here come the Broncos. Well, they were very flat-footed, the Broncos, to start this game. And Reynolds is going to have a shot at 2. Adam Reynolds to take a crack at the 2 points here. So, the Broncos, yeah, they looked very flat-footed. They're working their way into the game now, though. And some simple mistakes from the Rabbitohs. I still think that they've got a good enough team to finish within 10.5. As Reynolds puts this one through to make it 8-0. Broncos open up that lead. Leilani Chadwick, thank you very much for sharing the live stream over there on TikTok. Place to World of Sports, of course, live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Twitch, live on Facebook. Bringing you alternative commentary of rugby league, rugby union. We do some wrestling. And we do some cricket as well. Back underway. Ben Hunt takes the kickoff. Ollie is the best. Ahoy, mate. Your friend Jonathan is shouting you a party at his house with some beers. Oh, very nice. That's got to be very cool. 24.5 minutes gone. 8-0 the Broncos. Here's Payne in the Haas. Winds up. And the Broncos not looking flat-footed anymore. Wency Salib says, go Broncos. Fifth and last on halfway. Reynolds. That's another good kick. Oh, it's high in the air. Taken by Latrell. Latrell runs about 5 meters backwards before he starts going forward. Way too casual there, Latrell. Honestly, way too casual. Seriously, for those that did not see that, Latrell caught the high ball and just sort of looped about 5 meters backwards before he turned around and started heading forward. I'm sorry, but he shouldn't be playing fullback. You need a little bit more urgency from the man at the back. That was just way too casual. Outside the 40 now go the Rabbitohs. And here's Kepi. Kepi takes it up to halfway. It's now the Bunnies who are looking very lethargic and flat-footed. Fifth and last, Humphrey sends it on for Sullivan. Sullivan sends it a looping kick that's taken at the back by Arthurs, and Arthurs winds up And both teams, yeah, it's a little bit of a sleepy contest at the moment, this one. Defunk says, do you know how many kids have been, well, I'm not sure I'm allowed to say that word, to be perfectly honest, on taxpayers' dollars this NRL season, while you guys all argue about colors. What the hell? Not sure exactly where that came from. Carrigan goes straight up the middle, but then he spills it. Humphreys comes away with it. A 0 tackle for the Bunnies. Full set of 6 now inside the Broncos half. "40 meters out from the line. Kalaumatangi carries it to the 30. Humphreys out the back for Mitchell. Mitchell taken 20 meters out. Just to the left of the post here, the Rabbitohs back into midfield. Tallis Duncan. Oh, no, sorry, that's Sean Kepi. 15 out in midfield. They go right. Kalaumatangi. Sullivan. The cutout pass is in behind everybody. Bentley Harpe goes back for it. Ducks under a tackle. Fires it back in field, and it's loose on the ground again, and they've lost another 15 meters. Fifth and last, Humphreys from 40 out will put it high. And it's been taken by the Rabbitohs. Penalty, though, to the Broncos. Hashtag penalty Broncos. Rabbitohs offside. The try scorer for the... Oh, yeah, they were a mile offside as well. They're the Bunnies. A mile offside. Jordan Ricky, the only try scorer so far. 28 minutes gone. 8 points to nil. A dire old game so far. Wolfie says the Rabbits can keep it inside the 10.5. I think, well, I hope so, because that was my bet. That was honestly my bet. That was my call. Rabbitohs to cover the line was... I think I said that was just the bookies giving away money. Payne and the Haas goes straight through. Haas needs support. He puts the foot down and is well tackled there by Latrell Mitchell. Try saver there on Big Payne and the Haas. And then he gets back into marker and makes the hit on Benjamin Hunt. Oh no, 6 again. He didn't quite make it onside. Payne Haas has just broken them wide open. Now here's Carrigan. 5 meters out. Rabbitohs under the pump. Pakes sends it right for Reynolds. Here's Haas. They've got a number up on him. He gets the offload away. Back for Pakes. Grubbers in behind the line. And the Rabbitohs will bat it dead. Goal line dropout incoming. The Rabbitohs with 10 minutes to play until the halftime break. They look like they're absolutely spent. Try-saving tackle there from Latrell Mitchell. Shutting down Big Payne in the Haas. Latrell goes short with the restart. It's batted back, and it's there for the Rabbitohs. A couple of meters out from their own line, but they've secured the ball. They're still under pressure, though. TKD asks if I'm in profit in betting. Oh, over the existence of my betting as the Rabbitohs get a penalty. Broncos offside. And this is a nice little piggyback upfield now. Boy, do they need it too, the Rabbitohs. Boy, do they need it. Probably not, TKD. To be honest, mate. Is anybody? It's just a little bit of fun for me. My main focus is trading. TKD. So, yeah, the sports trading, crypto trading, stock trading, not so much stocks. I'm not really into stocks, to be honest, but I do it sometimes. If a good opportunity pops up, I'll do stocks. But yeah, sports trading, crypto trading. That's my bag. The same game multis and that, it's just a bit of fun for the streams. I would dare say that I'm nowhere near profit overall. Numbers here to the right for the Rabbitohs. Campbell Graham, though, scooped up, gets the ball free. Second phase play, Bentley Harpe. Into the red zone they go. Fifth and last, down the short side. Harvili to Sullivan, back in field. The grubber kick in, sits up just outside the try line, and Corn on the Cobo collects it. Dives back into the field of play. Well, he collected it from the field of play as well. And the Broncos back in possession. It's been far from convincing, though. They've been very, very flat here, the Broncos. Big hit from Campbell Graham, but they get the ball free, the Broncos. And Arthurs is in space. Jesse Arthurs needs support. He's got Reynolds on the inside. Reynolds won't have the legs. Ben Hunt wants a kick through. Reynolds does provide it. It's Hunt versus Latrell, and Latrell wins the race. Takes the ball dead, but what a result. The Broncos from inside their own 20 have broken out and forced a goal line dropout. And the Rabbitohs just have no answers at the moment. Constantly under the pump. Latrell has saved a couple of tries, though, in fairness. He's having a decent game. And the Bunnies, they send this one long on the bounce. Sits up on the 40-meter line. And the Broncos back at them again. Hosea, ahoy, mate. XCI. TKD says already 31 minutes. Can Arthur score already? Wolfie says Rabbit's giving it a good crack. As Carrigan now at the back to Cobo. Cobo bumps off one, but he's wrapped up inside the 10. Hunt at first receiver to Carrigan. Flat-footed out the back. Carrigan wasn't expecting it. Fifth and last now. 10 meters from the line. The Broncos. Fifth and last. Reynolds. Losing the ball there, Ben Hunt. The pass out the back. Hunt loses it. Double knock on is called. Broncos scrum feed. Well, Broncos scrum feed. And there we go. There was a touch there. And that probably caused the loose pass from Reynolds. More pressure here for the Rabbitohs. Hosea says Humphrey's rusty, you reckon? Just a tad. Yeah, probably. I think that's fair, Hosea. But also, his inclusion in the team has already sparked the Rabbitohs' attack. It's been clunky, yes. But it has given them some more attacking options than we saw last week. Broncos, 10 out from the line. Second half might be a little bit better if they're not completely gassed from all this defending. Carrigan out the back. Dummies. Takes the line on up the middle. 5 minutes until the halftime break. Tackle 3. Right in front of the post, 5 out. Broncos. Pakes. Sends it right from Reynolds. Out the back for Coggo. Tapped on now. And the big D. Dane Mariner dives for the corner. Have we got a tick off the multi at last? Yes, we do. The try's been awarded. The big D goes over. Have yourself a nice cold beer. Dane Mariner. The Broncos are in again. 12 points to 0. Kick to come. Threw the hands out to the right. They got a 2-on-1, and it was all she wrote from there. The big D diving for the corner. And that's a nice try. The Broncos very flat-footed. Oh, yeah, he got it down. Still can't believe the Knights let the Titans steal their win. Oh, tell me about it. We talk about games of two halves. That was the very definition of a game of two halves. A try for the Big D. Dane Mariner. Right before half-time. Big kick this one for Reynolds. Not necessarily in the context of the game in terms of a win or a loss, but just to give them that buffer beyond 2 converted tries. Mookie, a tick off your multi as well. Nice, mate. Oh, or are you saying a tick off mine? Hopefully a tick off yours as well. As Reynolds from the sideline strikes it well. It's holding its line. Holy hell, what a kick from Adam Reynolds. It's 14 points to 0. Halftime approaches. The Rabbitohs, they've been gutsy. But the Broncos just doing enough at the moment. 14 points to 0. 3 minutes to go till the halftime break. Odd poppet. What is going on? I thought the Rabbitohs would lose, but damn, 14-0. I'm going back to sleep. Aye, odd poppet. Look at what happened in the last game, right? The last game should... Payne Haas. A back injury likely to return. So Payne and the Haas, back injury, but he is likely to return. 5th and last. Reynolds kicks taken well at the back there by the Bunnies. Fletcher Myers take a bow. Can they strike before the halftime break, the Rabbitohs, and get themselves back into this one? The Big D, Dane Mariner, TKD, was the try scorer for the Broncos there. Their most recent one. The Big D, Dane Mariner. Tackle 4 for the Rabbitohs on halfway. Kalamatangi spins away from one. Fake Slim Shady, ahoy mate. 5th and last, 40 out. Humphreys puts it high. Contestable ball, not a lot of distance. Taken by the Rabbitohs. And Cobbo makes the hit. And then the Broncos swarm, hold the ball up, and that'll be a handover. wastedsports.com.au/games. You will find links to all our fantasy and tipping leagues for Super Rugby, for NRL, for anything else that we decide to do throughout the course of the year. wastedsports.com.au/games as the Big D nearly goes through again. Quick play the ball, catching the Rabbitohs napping. Tackle 3 on halfway. Corey Pakes will play it. Carrigan down the short side. Flick pass out the back to Pakes. Picks it up and fires it over for Piakura. Back in field, hence Piakura takes it to the 30, offloads. 3rd phase ball here for the Broncos. 4th phase now. As they're tackled 30 meters out from the line on play 4. Pakes will play it. Jensen down the short side. 5th and last, 20 out. More points before the break would be back-breaking. Carrigan to Reynolds, gets the kick in behind the line. It's lost backwards by the Rabbitohs, then tackled in goal for a goal line dropout. Adam Reynolds is kicking them to death here. Adam Reynolds is also hurt after that play. Adam Reynolds got up a little bit shaky. Keep an eye on that. He's holding his hip and limping in back play, and Reynolds is with the trainer. Halftime could not have come at a better moment for the Broncos, as Reynolds cannot put full weight on that leg. Reynolds cannot put full weight on that leg. Halftime has come very, very conveniently for the Broncos. Latrell Mitchell was just having words with his troops there at the halftime siren, and he was probably just saying to them, look, 14 points to nil. Let's be honest with ourselves. We got smashed in that half, and we're only behind by 2 converted tries. We are still in this game. Yes, let's go to Alana. Hey, Alana. $14 points to nil at the halftime break. Jordan Ricky and the big D, Dane Mariner. That's your 2 try scorers for the game so far. None for the Rabbitohs, of course. None yet. What can Wayne Bennett come up with at the halftime break? The master coach. How does he get his troops up for this one? Find out. Second half coming up soon. Wasted World of Sports. I will have myself a quick break. We'll be back to dissect all that action right after this.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pass last from the kickoff to the final whistles blow. We'll take the 2 and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll raise a roll, from sideline jokes to post-match tales, all big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our steins. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporty crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Oh, the wasted world of sports, here's to our cheer. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer. Yeah!
Oh, Odd Poppet. Odd Poppet, what a nice surprise to come waltzing back into a super chat over there on the YouTube. Thank you so much, mate. Odd Poppet says, hopefully my bunnies can pull it back in the second. I tell you what, Latrell was having words with them right on the halftime break. He had them gathered in behind the posts and was having words with them. Now, I obviously wasn't out there, so I'm not privy to what was said, but I dare say that the conversation would have been along the lines of, look, we got absolutely smoked out there in that first half. And look up at the scoreboard. It's only 14 points to nil. We've seen that a 14 points to nil lead can be pulled back pretty easily. Well, not easily, but I mean, that's what they would be saying, right? 14 points to nil is not insurmountable. Look at what happened in the game before this one, what the Titans did to the Knights. So, and then, of course, let's not forget Wayne Bennett, the master coach. I'm sure he will have similar words at the halftime break. Just to say, look, we're not out of this game. We got pummeled in that first half, and we're only 14 points behind. It could have been game over. The Broncos are very flat-footed tonight. It's not the clinical Broncos that we've seen in previous games where they've had the game won at the halftime break. Happy over there on TikTok. Ahoy, mate. Welcome along. Halftime, 14 points to nil in favor of the Brisbane Broncos. I still reckon the Bunnies' 10.5 points head start was just a gift from the bookmakers. And I'm staying on board with that. I am staying on board with that. A game of two halves. We already saw one. Let's see another one. Aha. So, Odd Poppet. Odd Poppet, I of course shot you an email. No rush. Absolutely no rush at all. Just curious if you've seen it. A little look back. Honestly, I was in putting that email together and sending it over to you, and Gina knows this as well because I was talking to her on Facebook after the fact. I was putting that email together for you, mate, and sending it across, and I kind of got caught up watching my own footage because I sent Odd Poppet a link to an old YouTube video that's like something like 16 years old, this YouTube footage from my previous show. And I was looking at it and I'm like, my God, I really haven't changed all that much in 16 years. I must be a vampire. I look exactly the same. Maybe just a little bit bigger. Sweet Pea, 458, ahoy. Sweet Pea, loving, if I've not said it before, loving the New South Wales Blues logo there in the avatar. We're almost at the time that we can start talking about State of Origin. Almost. We're a couple of weeks away before we can comfortably talk about Origin. There's no point yet. Still plenty of weeks to go. Well, a couple of weeks to go. And injuries, suspensions. Speaking of injuries, the big story in this game, of course, Adam Reynolds limping off the field at the halftime break. Limping off the field with the trainer. Adam Reynolds has been kicking the Rabbitohs to death. The Broncos do not lead this game 14-0 without Adam Reynolds' kicking game. If he's not there for the second half, anything can happen. Absolutely anything could happen in this second 40 without Adam Reynolds, but we'll see. Halftime hit at a perfect time for the Broncos. Adam Reynolds can get looked at, and we'll see if he comes back out for the second 40. 14 points to nil, a very deserving lead for the Broncos, in all honesty. The Rabbitohs probably, I think the Rabbitohs deserve some points. They've stayed in the fight. Jamie Humphries is such a big return for them. So they've stayed in the fight. They're keeping themselves in the conversation at least. It hasn't been a complete and total blowout. Made for this, says, you think Latrell or Cobbo score? Well, considering that Latrell's in my same game multi, he probably doesn't score. Hobbo's looked a little flat tonight. Well, the whole Broncos team has, apart from Payne Haas, the entire Broncos team's looked a little flat, to be perfectly honest, in that first half. They did just what they needed to do, and nothing more. They certainly haven't blown the Rabbitohs off the park here. Cobbo especially, though. But we'll see. You never know what happens at these halftime breaks, right? The halftime breaks, the teams are going to cop an absolute bollocking from the coaches. Maybe not from Wayne Bennett. Wayne Bennett doesn't strike me as the aggressive, shouty type of coach. He'll have some wise words to get his team back into this one. Madge might give the Broncos a little bit of a bollocking, though, so who knows? The first 5 minutes of the second half will probably tell us a lot about what happened in the sheds at the break. Made for this says, I think the Bunnies come back. There you go. Bunnies come back. We saw it in the last game, didn't we? The game looked like it was over. One-way traffic at the halftime break. And the second half was completely different. Adam Reynolds will be a massive out. If Reynolds doesn't come out for the second half, it could be a completely different game. As I said, take Adam Reynolds' kicking game out of the equation. I don't think the Broncos lead by 14 points. A lot of their tries, well, I mean, I say a lot of their tries, they've only scored 2, but a lot of their territory, a lot of their possession has been off Reynolds' kicking game. Ben Hunt's chimed in as well, so maybe if Reynolds is off injured, Hunt just shifts to the 7, and maybe they don't lose anything as far as kicking goes. But yeah, take Reynolds out of the equation here. I don't think they lead 14-0. Edward Nime, go Broncos, 41-50 margin. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. Because, look, Reynolds limped off the field at halftime. Even if Reynolds does come out for the second half, I reckon they would get themselves a 20 or 30-point lead. And depending on how long was left, Reynolds comes off the field, I reckon, just as a precautionary thing. So I can't imagine them kicking on and going to a 41-50-point margin. There would just be absolutely no purpose for it. Not in round 10. There's no point winning by that much in round 10. Just my 2 cents anyway. But we'll see. We saw a game of 2 halves. Knights versus Titans. All I would like is a couple more ticks off the multi. I don't even care if I win them or not. Just get them closer. Get a few more. Oh, I'd pop it. The stories I could tell. Stories of my life. It's been a wild ride. And long may it continue, I dare say. Fingers crossed. As the teams are getting ready here to come out for the second half, Latrell Mitchell leading the Rabbitohs out. Still talking to them, looking back, talking to them as he leads them down the tunnel. Reggie the Rabbit gets brushed past. He's too slow, the old fella. And it is the home side, the Rabbitohs, first out onto the park for the second half. 14 points to 0 at the break. Reynolds is out there, but he's in a strap. Oh, he was wearing that in the first half, I think. So that's actually not big news whatsoever. I think he had that strapping on his leg in the first half. But Reynolds is out there. Will he be playing the full 40? Will he be able to play the full 40? We'll find out. Oh, yes. Let's crack open another brewski here before they kick off. Second half about to get underway. Referee blows his whistle. Here we go. Rabbitohs down by 14. Second half off and running, and it's Hetherington who takes the first hit up. Oh, no, it's not. It's Fletcher Baker. Good Lord, they look the same. Quiz Juice says putting $200 on the Bunnies right now. I love it. Bring it on. A Bunnies comeback. Straight up the guts go the Broncos. 40 out from their own line. Hunt with a low flat kick. Was he inside the 40? Doesn't matter because it sits up at the back for Latrell anyway. And Latrell takes on Shibasaki. Shibasaki holds him up long enough to get some support from Arthurs and Fletcher Baker. And they've kept him down there. So a solid start. Broncos get through that set. A nice kick from Ben Hunt to finish it off. Now what can the Bunnies throw up? Kalaumatangi's lost it. But we got a penalty. An illegal strip. Right on halfway. Take the two. Take the two. Humphreys finds touch just outside the 30. Rabbitohs can go on the attack. Jai Gray's warming up. Jai Gray's warming up on the sideline. A little bit of X factor. That might be just what's needed here for the Rabbitohs. Mighty Mouse, Jai Gray, ready to enter the game as Davey Moali carries. 15 out. They stay on the short side. Humphreys out the back it goes for Latrell. The double pump as Tass cuts back in field. And he's knocked down on his back. 5 out from the line on play 3. Humphreys again to Kalaumatangi. Sullivan dummies and goes straight through. He's brought down a couple of meters out. From dummy half goes Havili. Havili fights his way to the line. Havili gets it down. And the Rabbitohs score first in the second half. Havili from dummy half caught them napping. 14 points to 4, kick to come. And they've got to get Jai Gray out there. That try was down to the run from Jaden Sullivan, though, and the quick play the ball. Gina, you've got chocolate. Very nice. Odd Poppet says, when I was a teen, me and the crew would be in my local skate park, inline skating park, blasting out stuff like Green Day or Cypress Hill. I miss those days. 14 points to 4, the kick to come. What a start for the second half. Latrell Mitchell with the conversion attempt puts it down the middle. And here we go, 14 points to 6. Game back on. Game back on. Alamein says, come on, Rabbits, just like the Titans showed us. Odd Poppet says, whoop, whoop. Bunnies on the board. Gina Ferracini says, yes, Rabbit. I love how everyone hates the Broncos. Oh, excuse me. Isn't it fantastic how everyone hates the Broncos? Broncos get us back underway. Nos Warrior says, hits from the bong. Cypress Hill. I was always a House of Pain man. The House of Pain is in effect, Joel. Jai Gray still on the sideline. They got to get him out there. Little Mighty Mouse could break this game wide open. Kalamatungi picked up and carried backwards. Nick, the only Greek, says Latrell or Shibasaki for a try would be nice as the Rabbitohs kick this downfield. Taken inside the 10 by Cobbo. Corner of Cobbo winds up. Carries back strongly to the 30-meter line. He's then bent over backwards. Oh, a big man like that is not meant to fold that way. He's all right, though, Cobbo. 14-6. 5 minutes gone in the second half. But it is the Broncos in possession. Just shy of the halfway line. Try scorer for the Rabbitohs was Havili as Carrigan. A good strong carry there. Fifth and last, though. 40 out. Reynolds puts the kick in. It's a little too heavy. And this will be an easy take. Tracking backwards for it is Fletcher Myers. And Myers returns it as rain starts to tumble. Well, that changes things just a little bit as well. The rain has entered the fray. Bentley Harpe with the carry. The rain changes things immensely. The Rabbitohs, it was critical then that they got that first try early before the rain hit. You don't want to be playing catch-up in the wet weather. A kick on tackle 4 from dummy half doesn't find the space. And the Broncos now wind up, and the big D pokes his nose through, but he's wrapped up 30 meters out from their own line here, the Broncos. Jesse Arthurs wrapped up. Here's Shibasaki now up to halfway. Tackle 3. Carrigan in midfield. Stands in the tackle. Reef, the ski. Ahoy there, mate. And Mapus Sirogi says go Broncos. Fifth and last now. They're 30 out. Quick play the ball. Pakes down the short side from Reynolds. Chip over the top. Needs the bounce. Oh, Latrell's taken it well. Fires the no-look pass in field. That's dangerous. It's been collected by Tass. And Tass, I believe it is, tiptoeing to the dead ball line. Will take it dead for a goal line dropout. Oh, Latrell Mitchell, what was that all about? That was dangerous. He was going over the sideline for all money. It would have been Broncos ball regardless. But he fires the no-look pass in. That could have been 6 points. Anyway, Latrell goes short with the restart. And it's taken by Cobbo. Cobbo almost has the ball ripped away by Kalamatungi. But it's there for the Broncos. 20 out from the line. In midfield. Jensen now carries it inside the 10. Reynolds. Inside ball for Piakora. Piakora is wrapped up and taken to ground. 6 again for the Broncos. 6 more tackles from dummy half. Pakes goes. He's half a meter short. 14-6. Tackle 2. Reynolds slots into dummy half. Here's Carrigan. Just to the right of the post. On play 3. Reynolds again. Out the back it goes to Piakora. Almost through. Well defended by the Rabbitohs. Jaden Sullivan in particular. Still 5 meters out from the line. 2 tackles left. Reynolds just hands it off for Fletcher Baker. Fifth and last. They stay on the short side. Piakora on the crash ball. South Sydney have defended it well. Great goal line defense there from the Rabbitohs. And they get the handover a meter out from their own try line. That was fantastic work. The Broncos, though, they'll be disappointed. Again, flat-footed. They didn't really fire a shot. Can they get themselves down the other end of the field? Tass gets up and plays it quickly on play 3. Kepi on tackle 4. They're up to their 40. 5th and last now. Good run from Moalif. Plays it on halfway in midfield. Latrell puts it high. It'll be taken 10 meters out by the big D. Mariner winds up and they're there to meet him and they tackle him 12 out. That's a good kick chase. That was a good set of 6 from the Rabbitohs. Cobbo down the short side. Puts the fend on Fletcher Myers. Myers comes back at him. Here comes Jai Gray. Little Mighty Mouse. Ready to get onto the field. And also Jai Arrow. Looking like he's getting ready to come back on for another stint. As the Broncos are wrapped up here in midfield. 40 out from their own line. Carrigan takes tackle 5. Carrigan will play it on halfway. Back to Reynolds for the kick. Puts it high down the middle of the field and it's taken to the back. Well taken. And the ball's been reefed clear by the Broncos. Lost forward by the Broncos first. 1-on-1 strip. Knock on Broncos. So this will be Rabbitohs ball. And here he comes. Mighty Mouse. Jai Gray's on the field. The crowd has come to life because they know this is the X Factor. Jai Gray onto the park. Rabbitohs ball. The X Factor has been introduced. Can he catch some tiring Broncos forwards? Rabbitohs win the scrum. Trailing by 8, 51 minutes gone. My bet of the Rabbitohs to cover the line is looking more and more impressive as this match goes along. Humphreys hands it off inside for Kepi. Kepi takes it up over halfway for play 3. Over on that left edge. Here's Kalamatangi now, straight up the middle. 40 out from the line. Gray slots into dummy half. Here's Humphreys now. Out the back it goes. For Tass. Tass, 1-on-1, goes straight through. Isaiah Tass. He's got support from Bentley halfway. Back to Tass, and Tass scores. Isaiah Tass with the try. It is another tick off the multi. We're halfway there again. Isaiah Tass with the try. It's 14-10, the kick to come. Try time for the Rabbitohs. Isaiah Tass. A tick off the multi. We're halfway through again. Are we going to get let down by the other half? 14 points to 10, the kick to come. So I need Latrell and I need Arthurs. Latrell Mitchell from out wide. 10 in from touch. Strikes it well. It's on target. He's nailed it. Latrell Mitchell has nailed it from out wide. 14 points to 12. Here come the Bunnies, and they've got a fresh Jai Gray. Mighty Mouse is out there. Let it ride, Quiz Juice. Let it ride. Ford says comebacks on tonight. Odd Poppet says I started dozing off then for a minute. Spartacus says Knights choke, now the Broncos. And it is the Rabbitohs with all the momentum, 14 points to 12. 53 and a half minutes gone. Slow play the ball. Lucky to get away with that, the Broncos. Tackle 3 for the Bunnies. 30 out from their own line. Here's Arrow. Brings it out to the 40. They're getting 10 meters every play at the moment. Kalaumatangi now up to halfway. Again, 10 meters. Mitchell in midfield. Oh, that's a huge kick. That is a monstrously high ball. And Cobbo loses it forward. Penalty, though. Penalty to the Broncos. The Rabbitohs were inside 10. Oh, what a huge let off there for the Broncos. Hashtag penalty Broncos. Oh, geez, that's a harsh call. That is a rough call. Quiz Juice, 521 cash out. What was it? $100 stake. What's your... Was it $100 stake? Or what was your stake? What's the possible outcome? And we'll weigh up the quality of that cash out offer. 30 out from the line here. The Broncos, a relieving penalty as Cobbo throws the Harbour Bridge pass to no one. And now a no-look pass from the Big D back in field, and the Rabbitohs dive on it. Oh, the Rabbitohs are carrying all the momentum. 2K if the Bunnies win. Let it ride, Quiz Juice. Let it ride, because here they come. And if they score a try and go ahead, you should get a very, very good cash-out offer. If the Bunnies score a try here to go ahead, going into the final quarter of the game, that cash-out offer might be very juicy. They've got to get the try, though, of course, so it's a risky one. 30 out from the line. Here come the Bunnies. Oh, and they've lost the ball there on tackle 4. What a let-off. The rain gets harder and harder. Odd Poppet says, my steak is always medium rare. Tell you what, my steak's always blue. Dubba dee, dubba die. Frick Cheese says Broncos are so off. Yet they continue to lead. 14 points to 12. Reynolds feeds the scrum. Down the short side. The Broncos carry over halfway. Lucas Essen, ahoy there. Welcome along. As Jansen will play it now, or Jordan Ricky, sorry. 40 meters out from the line on play 3. Payne in the Haas. Another strong carry in midfield. He is always immense, the Payne in the Haas. Hunt down the short side. Will kick on tackle 4, and it bounces kindly for Bentley Harpe. Rabbitohs back in possession, but they're inside their own 10. In this near corner, they've got a lot of work to do this set of 6. Latrell. That's what you like to see from Latrell. Well, not that. He's lost the ball. Latrell Mitchell has just dropped the ball. That's not what you want to see from... What I was saying, though, what you like to see from Latrell is getting involved in the hard yakka and doing carries out from his own line. But, yeah, he's gone and dropped that one. Melvina Justin says, forever Broncos fan. Go the mighty Broncos from PNG. Broncos scrum 20 meters out. They go left. Hunt sends it back on the inside for Shibasaki. Inside the 20 meters line. Reynolds in midfield, hands it off. And here is Xavier Willison. Willison on the field. Broncos go right. Payne in the Haas. One out from the ruck. 5 meters from the line now on play 3. Big moment in the game, this one. Reynolds out the back for Hunt. Flat pass there. And Piakura almost goes through. 5 meters out. Tackle 4. From dummy half. Hakes can't get through. That's the 5th and last. They're a meter short here, the Broncos. Shibasaki sends it out for Hunt. Hunt comes back down the short side. Grubber in behind for Cobbo. The ball's been spilt. Double knock on, but the Broncos will get another set of 6 here. They're going to have a look. It's no try. It's been knocked on first by the Rabbitohs. Knocked on by Cobbo. Double knock on. And the Broncos should get another set of 6. It's been knocked on first by Cobbo. Knocked on first by Cobbo. Knocked on second by Latrell. Both fullbacks have knocked it on, but the Bunnies will get the ball. Well, there you go. 58 minutes, 58 gone. 14-12. And the Bunnies still stuck in their own red zone, though, South Sydney. They've got to get themselves going forward. They've got to get themselves upfield. A good carry here. Brings them up to the 30. But Payne in the Haas has got Tallis Duncan and drives him backwards. Jai Arrow back on the field. Winds up. Tackle 4. Latrell will kick early. On the bounce, it sits up for corn on the Cobbo. And Cobbo winds up. Takes on Humphreys. Humphreys brings him down. 40 out from their own line now, the Broncos. This is good territory. Up over halfway. Elizabeth Meninga says, what's wrong with the Broncos in the second half? What's been wrong with the Broncos all game, to be honest? I mean, they're leading, but they've looked very flat all game. Let's be honest. Tackle 4 now for the Broncos. 35 out. Carrigan at the back for Reynolds. The double pump for Hunt. Hunt gives it on to Shibasaki. Shibasaki has shown the sideline. Fires the pass back in field for Hunt. Beware the second phase play. Here's Willison now. Willison taken down 5th and last. 20 meters out from the line. Reynolds in midfield. Chips over the top. Humphreys reads it well. And Humphreys has got it for the Rabbitohs. Half a meter out from their own try line. They're just holding on here, South Sydney. A little too upright in attack. They've got to get down the easy pickings at the moment here for the Broncos defense. Tackle 3. They're still inside their own 10. They've got to do something a little different here. They've got to take the Broncos by surprise if they can. Jai Gray might be that man. He offloads, though. 5th and last. The kick will need to be a huge one here. Sullivan from inside his own 30. And it sits up for corn on the Cobbo at the back. Broncos winning the territory battle. Still 20 minutes to play in this game. Anybody's ball game. 2 points the difference. We've got a crazy standoff at the moment as the big D goes straight through. Dane Mariner into open space. Reynolds has done his hemi. Reynolds has done his hemi. And Dane Mariner's been tackled into touch by Latrell. And Latrell's hurt himself. Oh, there's injuries everywhere. Latrell Mitchell, the try-saving tackle on Dane Mariner. Reynolds seems like he's done his hemi in back play. He pulled up. He was running in support. And he pulled up abruptly and started limping. Latrell Mitchell has got across to make a try-saving tackle. And he's hurt himself. There's injured players everywhere out there. Latrell Mitchell coming in clutch. A try-saving, potentially match-saving tackle on the big D, Dane Mariner. Now, where's Reynolds? Reynolds pulled up so quick. He either did a hemi or he decided, as the Rabbitohs now get a piggyback penalty. This is a huge penalty here. Payne in the Haas has given it away. Mitchell is in back play with the trainer. Now, Reynolds is running the support line here with the big D, Dane Mariner. He pulled up very quickly. Now, it could be a case of he hurt himself or he just decided, I've got no chance of keeping up here. These old legs can't pump that hard. And so we'll keep an eye on Reynolds. He's still out on the field at the moment. It looked like a classic hemi, but I think he might have just given up and went, I'm not even going to try and stay with him here. Dane Mariner too quick. Off the back of that penalty, here come the Rabbitohs. Jai Arrow takes it inside the 30. To the left they go. Humphreys out the back for Latrell. Latrell's wrapped up. Great tackle there from Katoni Staggs. 2 tackles left. Kalaumatangi tries to spin away from Pakes and Carrigan. He's wrapped up, 5th and last. 25 out. Sullivan down the right-hand edge for Humphreys. Puts the grubber kick into the line. Cobbo just watches it go over the dead ball line. 7 tackle set. Humphreys just overcooks it, and I mean just millimeters in it. 7 tackle set for the Bronx. Shibasaki with a strong carry. 40 out from their own line. And up over halfway, well up over halfway goes Willison. Almost goes through. Tackle 3. They're 30 meters out from the line. Here come the Broncos again. Lined up to the right, and they've got numbers. Staggs steps back in field. He's been taken high. Staggs has been taken high. Tackle 4, 10 meters out. Reynolds has got it. Back to the open side goes Reynolds. He's wrapped up and he's dumped in the tackle. He's holding onto his face now, Reynolds, as he kisses the turf. 5th and last. Walters down the short side. Rubber kick through into the end goal, and it'll be a goal line dropout. The Broncos are just peppering the Rabbitohs here with these kicks that are perfectly placed. Superb game management at the moment from the Brisbane Broncos. 65.5 minutes gone. Latrell goes short with the restart. Perfectly placed, and it's been lost by the Broncos. Play on, though, says the referee. It's gone backwards. 10 meters from the line. Here come the Broncos now. Piakora, 5 meters out. That's tackle 1. Hunt in midfield. Hands it off on the inside for Payne in the Haas. Haas always beats the first defender. 5 meters out. Tackle 2. Here's Hunt again to Willison. Willison chopped down. A great legs tackle. Reynolds to Cobbo. Cobbo met hard there by Tass. And he's taken down 10 meters out on play 4 over on that far touchline. Reynolds now. Grubber kick on play 4. And it sets up for Kalaumatangi. The Rabbitohs have got it, and that was a poor option from Reynolds. Carrigan. Oh, Ben Hunt now is down in back play. He's limping. Ben Hunt struggling to get back to the defensive line. More niggles here for the Broncos. Ben Hunt is off. Ben Hunt straight off the field. The trainer's grabbed him and taken him straight off. Ben Hunt has left the field. Oh, this is huge for the Broncos. And a penalty now to the Rabbitohs. Offside. And Ben Hunt is off the field. 13 minutes to play. Adam Reynolds is carrying a niggle. He's not 100%. Ben Hunt, he's done an ankle. He's done for the night. Penalty to the Rabbitohs, and here they come on the attack. 30 metres out. Slow play the ball. And Matt LeBlanc in midfield brings it to the 20. 67 and a half gone. Broncos lead by 2, but they're falling apart before our very eyes. Latrell is wrapped up. They're up quickly on him again. Shibasaki with the hit. They are just racing up on Latrell. A cutout pass that uses Latrell as a decoy is the move here. It's the move. 10 metres out from the line. Play 4. In midfield, Havili sends it right. Kalaumatangi, dummies. Kalaumatangi takes them on. And he's held up a metre short. Kalaumatangi with a second burst. Goes very close. Half a metre out. They stay on the short side. Latrell steps back in field. Grubber in behind the line. Cobbo scoops it up. Cobbo loses it. And it's there for the Bunnies. Bentley Harpe back inside for Latrell. And Mitchell's one-on-one. Scores the try. Latrell Mitchell scores. Oh, but we've got a referee's whistle in back play. We've got a referee's whistle in back play. And Latrell's try won't count. Oh, I thought I was well on there for my multi. I thought the multi was well on. No advantage. It's the knock on. Well, they haven't called that a knock on against the Rabbitohs, have they? And Latrell Mitchell over he went. Well, this is dire for my multi. Scrum down Bunnies. They go left. Tass takes it to within 10. Rabbitohs robbed of a try there for sure, Quiz Juice. Latrell robbed of a try. My multi, Quiz Juice, robbed of a try. 5 metres out from the line. Havili will go short ball for Hubner. And he's been taken high. And it's a penalty right out in front. The scores are about to be locked up. It's a penalty right in front of the posts, and we are about to be locked up at 14 all. They will surely take the 2 here and lock the scores up. High contact right in front of the posts. And well, in fairness, Xavier Willison is like 14 feet tall, so it'd be pretty hard for him to tackle anybody low. He's a big boy. We're about to be all locked up. 14 apiece. Latrell Mitchell steps up. Ben Hunt completely cooked. Left the field. Seemed like an ankle injury. But we'll get some word on that after the fact, I'm sure. We'll get more word on that as to what's happened to Ben Hunt. And let's have a look. And, oh, geez. A foot on the line, they reckon. The touchies flag went up. I don't know. I feel like I've just been screwed out of my multi. Latrell from right in front puts it over. And we are all locked up at 14 apiece. 14 points all going into the last 10 minutes. Well, did I or did I not say that the bookmakers having the Rabbitohs at 10.5 points was ludicrous? I'm pretty sure I said it. Not bragging. I mean, I'm not bragging at all. I mean, I love it when the bookmakers give away money. Back underway. Kalaumatangi with the hit up. 9 minutes to play. All locked up at 14 apiece. Could this game possibly go to golden points? The Rabbitohs are carrying all the momentum here into the final 8 minutes. DJ Shaq, ahoy, mate. Oh, and now a lifting tackle. This should be penalty to the Rabbitohs. No. Oh, it was a huge hit. You've got to be so careful. Usually any lifting tackle is penalised these days. And he was lifted up and dumped on his back, fifth and last. Rabbitohs put this one high. They let it bounce, the Broncos. It sits up for Cobbo, and Cobbo is sacked 10 metres out from his own line. The Broncos are under the pump here. They're struggling. The Rabbitohs finishing all over the top of them. Okay, Ben Hunt, hamstring. So Ben Hunt's done his hemi. That's hilarious. I thought that Reynolds had done his hemi earlier, and Ben Hunt is the one that actually ends up doing a hemi. So Ben Hunt out with a hamstring injury. And that's the problem for the Broncos, isn't it? Ben Hunt and Adam Reynolds, a great halves pairing. As Reynolds puts this kick in, it's only down to the 30-metre line. Taken on the fall by the Rabbitohs. And this is good field position to start their set. So the Broncos have spent all this money on Reynolds and Hunt. It's a good halves pairing, but we did ask the question, will you get a full season out of them? And pretty much unanimously, everybody said no. One of, if not both, Reynolds and Hunt will be injured throughout the course of the season. And here we are, Benjamin Hunt. He's done his hemi. He'll be out for a couple of weeks at the very least. As the Rabbitohs now go on the attack, 30 metres out from the line. Fifth and last, Humphreys will kick down the short side, puts it high. It's going to land 5 metres out, and it's been taken by the Broncos. 5 metres out from their own line, and now Big D's hurt himself. He's got some cramps, I think. Just cramps. Big defence here on Stags. 10 metres out from their own line. The Broncos are under the pump big time here. Arthurs. 15 metres out now on play 3. 7 minutes to play. Walters goes from dummy half. And he's wrapped up on play 4. Payne in the Haas. Gets them some go forward on the 5th and last. Needs a big kick here from Reynolds. From deep inside his own 40. Reynolds is caught with the ball. Reynolds is caught with the ball. Offloads over the top. And the space opens up now. Oh, don't tell me they're going to score a try from here. Stags dummies, and he's brought to ground 20 metres out from the line. Wow. They had no right to get that far upfield. DJ Shaq says around the grounds, Super Rugby Pacific, the Blues belted the Fijian Drua 34-5, and the Reds have gotten out of jail 28-21 against the Waratahs, thanks to a late try by Lockie Anderson. Yes, go the Reds. I like that. 5 minutes to play here. Rabbitohs in possession. Tackle 3. Just outside their own 40. Havili. On it goes now for Hubner. Up over halfway. Tackle 4. The rain continues to belt down. LeBlanc. Inside the 40. They'll be thinking drop goal. I mean, not from this position. Fifth and last. Latrell down the short side. Puts it high. Not a lot of distance. Contestable ball. And it's been lost by the Broncos. Lost by the Big D. And it's a full set of 6 now for the Rabbitohs. Now they'll be thinking field goal. They'll be thinking drop goal now. 15 metres out from the line on play 2. Here they come. Back towards the posts. Hubner. 5 metres out. Well, they're a little close, actually, for the drop goal. Havili from dummy half sends it 1 out. And they're a metre short. They're too close for a drop goal. Back it goes for Sullivan. Mitchell. And they've lost it, the Rabbitohs, in the wet conditions. In the wet conditions, the long passes were not the option. And they've come up with the mistake with 4 minutes to play. Broncos off the hook. All they needed to do was set up for a droppy. Well, I think we're going to Golden Point here. Golden Point seems like the smart money from here. 3.5 minutes to play. Broncos 20 meters out from their own line. No penalties is the order of the day. No penalties. Broncos on tackle 3. Up to halfway now. Carrigan. Goes to Reynolds. Reynolds to Haas. Through the hands they go. Cobbo now in space. Cobbo's got support. And the big D can't get free. 5th and last. They're 35 out. Right over on that far touchline. It'd be a big shot here. Reynolds is just going to put the ball high. A high looping kick. The Rabbitohs let it bounce. And it sits up in the end goal. They've got to get back in the field of play, and they do. Bentley Harpe brings it back to the 10. Mitchell in a dummy half. They're 20 meters out, but they've lost the greatest opportunity at all. Of all, sorry, not at all, of all. 30 out from their own line now, the Rabbitohs on play 3. 2.5 minutes to go. And it's looking like Golden Point. Unless somebody has a huge brain explosion. 5th and last now on halfway, the Rabbitohs. Latrell's going to go for the 2-point drop goal. Latrell nails it. Latrell Mitchell with a 2-point drop goal, as casual as you like. The Rabbitohs lead this 16-14 with 2 to play. Latrell Mitchell, cool, calm, collected, casual as all hell, has in wet conditions just nailed a 2-point drop goal from the halfway mark. Come on, that's as good as a try, right? That's got to be a tick off the multi. That's as good as a try in these circumstances. Latrell Mitchell. Risky play too, because if he misses that, it's a 7-tackle set for the Broncos with 2 minutes to play. Broncos go short with the restart, and it's been claimed by the Rabbitohs. Play on, and Latrell Mitchell has got it. Mitchell's picked up and dumped in midfield. Holds onto the ball for dear life. Ewan Aitken brings it up to the 40. Oh, this is a proud moment. A proud moment. Because I said in all my preview videos and all the lead up to the game, the Rabbitohs are not this far outsiders in this game. Not with Humphreys returning. Not with Latrell returning. It's not over yet, but at the moment, this is a proud moment. Havili on the 5th and last to Humphreys. Humphreys with a low flat kick looking for touch. Beautiful game management. Finds touch 5 meters out from the try line. And the Broncos will have 1 set of 6. Probably not even a full set of 6 now. To go 90 meters upfield. And they've lost it on tackle 1. It sets up for Jairo. And that's the ball game. The Rabbitohs have won. The Broncos have lost back-to-back games. And the Rabbitohs have got this in the bag now, surely. Short of a huge brain explosion, they have got this game won. The master coach, Wayne Bennett, has done it again. 15 seconds remaining. Havili from dummy half. A meter out. 2 seconds to go. There's the siren, and Latrell Mitchell takes a knee. Latrell dives over to score. Latrell Mitchell scores. Right on the stroke of full time, Latrell Mitchell steals a try. Latrell Mitchell scores. We get 3 of the 4 ticks of the multi done. Oh, Latrell Mitchell, it's your night. Well, I did say I did say at the top of the stream, if Latrell doesn't get up for a game against the Broncos, I have no hope for him. Boy, did he get up for it. Latrell Mitchell diving over from a metre out on the full-time siren. Gets his try. What a win for the Rabbitohs. 20 points to 14, the kick to come. Cobo. Selwyn Cobo. Caught napping. Sean, thank you very much for the, what do we got there on the TikTok? Sean If with the 12 finger hearts. Thank you very much, Sean. Latrell to convert his own try. Makes it 22 points to 14. Oh, God. I really, really, really have to start trusting my gut instincts a lot more. I really do. Because I tipped the Broncos despite everything that I'd been saying in the lead up to this game. I still picked the Broncos. I really have to trust my own gut a little bit more when it comes to this tipping contest. Latrell Mitchell, take a bow. Whenever the Broncos lose, the rest of Australia wins. Thank you, Latrell. Thank you, South Sydney Rabbitohs. Oh. Wow. Vincent Spears music. Ahoy, mate. What a night of footy it's been. The Bunnies. All right. I'm going to have a quick break, and I'll be right back to sum up all the action here. South Sydney Rabbitohs 22, Broncos 14. Yes, you are seeing that correctly. It is not an illusion. The Broncos have gone to back-to-back defeats. Quick break, and I'll be right back here on the Wasted World of Sports. Get your questions ready, huh?
Welcome to the Wasted World of Sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted World of Sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 past last. From the kickoff to the final whistle blow, we'll take the two and we're ready to go.
Oh, boy. What a game. What a game of footy that was. The Rabbitohs. And there's a lesson in that. Trust your gut instincts. It's a lesson that I still haven't learnt after all these years. Dolphin says, glory, glory to South Sydney. 22 points to 14, and wow, the Broncos. Ben Hunt as well ruled out with a hamstring injury. What's going to happen there? I mean, Ezra Mam is coming back, so I suppose Ezra's coming back at just the right time for the Broncos. Anyway, Ezra Mam coming back at just the right time, with Ben Hunt seeming like he's going to have a stint on the sideline. It was the Latrell Mitchell show, though. Latrell I talked about it in the pregame. I said if Latrell can't get himself up for a game against the Broncos, if Uncle Wayne can't get him up for a game against the Broncos, then I have no hope anymore. Holy hell, he got up for a game against the Broncos. Latrell Mitchell, surely man of the match. And then he gets a try right on the stroke of full time, just to add insult to injury. A great night for the Bunnies. Another poor night for the Brisbane Broncos. Odd Poppet says, I only have one question. Just the one. Do you reckon the Wars will win tomorrow? Yes, I do. I really do. It'll be close. I think we're going to be in for another sort of this quality of game. This quality of game. It'll be close. It'll go down to the wire because the Dragons are not a bad team. And the Dragons at home are a completely different beast. I think it'll be a close one. But I do think the Warriors, they'll get the job done. I think they seem to have got themselves sorted this year. The Warriors. But I did say Wayne Bennett will have a plan. Uncle Wayne loves nothing more than coming up against his old club. And he loves nothing more than getting one over on them. Wayne Bennett had a plan. Latrell Mitchell went out there and executed it. Latrell scored. Yes, he did. Right on full time. We only missed out on Jesse Arthur's 3 of the 4 legs done. How painful are one-leg losing streaks, right? I mean, not losing streaks. How painful are one-leg same-game multi-losses? Daniel Williams says, start of a winning streak for the Panthers this week, you reckon? Well, technically, it started last week, beating the Broncos in Magic Round. But yes, the Panthers, whilst they're still not at 100%, this week against the Cowboys is the closest that they've been all year since Vegas to having a full-strength team. They're still down Scott Sorensen, of course, but Brian To'o's back. Mitch Kenny's back. This is the closest the Panthers have had to a full-strength team since round 1 in Vegas, and we all know what happened there. They won quite comfortably against the Sharks. They've had injuries and suspensions, and the team's just been ripped apart since then. But now, this is the closest, as I've said, the Panthers have been to full strength pretty much all year long since the opening round in Vegas. So if they can't get the job done this week, then I'm happy to start talking about, are the Panthers finished? Are the Panthers washed? If they can't win this week with their full-strength team, then maybe I'll start having that question, having that conversation. But no, they should win quite comfortably there with their near full-strength team, 99% full-strength team, and the Cowboys are in for a world of hurt, I predict. Blue NAF 3, how is that for a win? Absolutely. 100%. Odd Poppet says, sorry, one other question. Because you missed Arthur's on your multi, does that mean you lose the entire bet? Yes. Yes, it does. There are circumstances, Odd Poppet. There's certain bookmakers and certain circumstances where if you have a 3-leg plus multi and you lose only 1 leg, they will give you a bonus bet back that matches your original stake up to a certain value. But I was using a bonus bet for this one, so it doesn't apply for a bonus bet. Under normal circumstances, if I just put a casual $50 on this, let's just say I put $50 on it, I would have got $50 returned on this occasion because only 1 leg failed. But as I said, I used a pre-existing bonus bet for this one, so it's just scrubbed out entirely. 1 leg short again. I could write a book about the number of times I've been 1 leg short. But that's all the fun of it, isn't it? It's all in good fun. Daniel Williams asks, who's my favorite team? I go for the Sharks. That's my team. All right. Wasted World of Sports. What a night of Friday night footy it's been. Thank you so much for being with us wherever you've joined us from, be it YouTube, be it TikTok, be it Twitch, be it Facebook Live. I thank you very much for your company. And we'll be back tomorrow, Super Saturday. So what games have we got on tomorrow? Well, I can tell you that it kicks off with the Bulldogs taking on the Raiders. And somehow the Raiders go. I understand that the Bulldogs have quite a few players absent, be it through injury or suspension. But I can't understand how the Raiders, honestly, are. I'll tell you in a second. Let's bring it up. The Raiders are $1.67 favorites. The Bulldogs, $2.21. As I've said, I love it when the bookies give away money. The Bulldogs at $2.21. They're having a laugh, aren't they? As I said, I understand that the Bulldogs do have some players out with injury and suspension, but they will still have enough to beat the Raiders quite comfortably. So that's just giving away money. And I am more than happy to take it from them. So that'll be the first game tomorrow afternoon. A triple header coming up, Super Saturday. Wasted World of Sports, thank you so much. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Until then, cheers.